a full team effort. You look at Davis County last night, Brett had 27, but then we also had 3 guys with over 15 points. Colton Maloma is playing an outstanding ball for us right now, giving us that perimeter touch. Tate's getting to the basket really well, and Hunter got things back on track last night. But, Nate Grothy's a guy that we don't talk about a whole lot, but he's a great defender when he's focused and dialed in. And as long as he doesn't lose his composure and let his anger get to him a little bit, he's playing great, and he really is a valuable kid defensively. And then last night I thought Dan Hargrave came off the bench and had an outstanding showing. Got some huge rebounds for us, defended well against Davis County, who was driving at us and kind of playing our style of ball, driving and getting to the lanes and making layups and hurting us at the free throw line. We were doing the same thing back at him, and I thought Hargrave gave us some great minutes when Grothy did get in foul trouble.
Now, at Fort Madison, you didn't go to the bench one time in that basketball game. What's the thought behind that? Or did you get to the end of the game? Was there a point when you're thinking, I don't think I've been to the bench? Or what was the thought process behind not going to the bench at all?
Well, one thing was there was 2 things that happened in that game that I have never, ever experienced as a coach. For one, we went the whole first half without a foul. And I have never, ever experienced that. And, the referees were letting the guys play. It was a physical game, but I also thought the refs did a nice job calling the game. I didn't think they were favoring us. But at the same time, I thought we did a great job defending and holding Fort Madison to 1 shot, along with not drawing a foul. And I also thought that since we were dictating the tempo of that game and we weren't really up tempo at all, I thought, as long as your top 5 players aren't tired, why sub? And it's not that I don't trust my bench. It's just that I do trust my starting 5. And I feel like as long as they have plenty of energy and are playing well together, and I really thought our chemistry was strong, why change anything? And it was a ball control game. And when it comes to my bench players and some of the sophomores and juniors that are coming off of our bench, it's touchy when you're in that type of game playing against a good team like that. We couldn't afford turnovers, and I always like when you can't expect your bench to come in and not turn it over. And I just thought, hey, as long as we're well rested and everybody's playing really well together, keep them on the floor. And they did. They went the whole game and played very well together.
We'll grab a break. We've got plenty more with Coach Matt Crucich when we come back on Hy-Vee's The Pitch.
The Preserve on Rathbun Lake is Southern Iowa's premier 18-hole championship golf course. But they're a whole lot more than that. They also feature the area's only full-service pro shop. Stop in and check out the latest in golf equipment or see what they have for golf apparel. You can also get gift certificates or punch cards for rounds of golf. The Pro Shop at the Preserve on Rathbun Lake invites you to stop out today or give them a call at 724-1400. That's 724-1400. Henley Dental in Centerville offers a full range of dental services, from regular exams to dental cosmetics. Henley Dental can help with all of your dental needs. Call today at 856-4103. That's 856-4103. They offer Clear Correct and porcelain veneers to help make that smile look better. And Dr. Nick Henley would like to remind you of the importance of scheduling a regular exam. You should have your teeth examined and cleaned every 6 months. To schedule your exam today, call 856-4103. That's 856-4103. Dr. Nick Henley at Henley Dental, 203 West Washington in Centerville.
There's no place like home, and there's no place like Northside Insurance to insure your home. We're your hometown insurance agency, which means we know you by name and will take time to understand your insurance needs. We can also help with your other insurance, such as auto, boat, farm, and business. Together with Allied Insurance, we'll design the insurance package that fits your needs. Call us today at 856-3333.
Quote to claim, we take care of you. Northside Insurance.
Hello, this is Billy Thomas of the Thomas Funeral Home. Have you considered the benefit of advanced funeral planning? You plan for your first car, your first home, your children's college, and your retirement. Planning makes sense. Guaranteed pricing, peace of mind, and the alleviation of stress on your family are just a few of the benefits of advanced funeral planning. Please feel free to pick up the phone or stop by the funeral home with any questions regarding advanced funeral planning.
Call the Thomas Funeral Home in Centerville at 856-4321 or in Bloomfield at 664-2353.
We're talking local sports a little bit more on Hy-Vee's The Pitch, talking with Coach Matt Krusich and Centerville Big Reds. So with the 3 straight wins now, where's that put our record?
We're 6-5, and it feels really good to be back on the winning side of our record. And I think we even have a winning record in the conference now. I think we're 5-4 or something like that. But to me, it's more of our mindset. Like I said, we had hit rock bottom against Knoxville coming out of the Christmas break, and to me, it just feels good to have our team holding their heads high, feeling good about the way they're playing. Practice is going so much smoother just because they're feeling good about themselves, and everyone's practicing hard, and the JV is playing quality ball too. So, I mean, we're getting quality, output from all the guys on the team right now. And, as a coach, that's what it's all about to me. I mean, I just want the kids to feel good about themselves, and I feel like we're accomplishing everything as a team. I don't feel like we're riding Brett too much. I feel like we're dispersing the ball between. We have 4 really good scorers right now, and I feel like there's lots of options right now, and I think the team feels good about that too. Not one guy feels like he has to carry the load, but all guys feel accountable for their role, and also our attitude as far as, I told them, when you have senior veterans the way we do, you have to be held accountable. And I can say such things to these guys like, hey, Tate, you had 5 turnovers last game. You really got to take care of the ball. And, to a lot of kids, that can be a devastating thing coming from the coach. And, it's not worded that nicely all the time. And our guys are very good about owning up to it and saying, you know what, I'm going to fix it. And Hunter, same thing. Hunter and Tate both going into that Fort Madison game had 12 turnovers in the 2 previous games. And I called them out on it. And it's like, hey guys, you got to right the ship. You are our veteran leaders. And I loved hearing what came out of their mouth, because when we were in clutch time over at Fort Madison, Tate's like, hey, we're seniors. We got to finish this thing. We've got ourselves in this situation. Let's figure it out and make it happen. And, when you're hearing those kind of things come out of your veteran players, it's a great feeling as a coach, because they're owning it, and they're going to go out there and do their best to make a good thing happen. So really, I feel really good about our mindset right now.
We go back to last Friday and the Eddyville Blakesford game. Is that obviously that game came along at a good time for you.
Sure.
You needed to get the ship righted, but it was also an Eddyville Blakesford team that up at their place kind of stayed in the game. So hey, if things don't go well tonight, this whole season could go south on us. You not only got the win, you come out and did what you need to do. You put it on them, but I know you also brought in when the going gets tough, you bring in John Cease, and when you got him there, I think he was I know a big part of your win for you.
Honestly, you are right, because the kids enjoy having John on the bench, and John is a lot of fun in the locker room because he really peps up the guys, and he's always pep talking them. And John really got to my heart that night because he wanted to dedicate that game to my father, who passed away in the off season. And that meant a lot to me that the guys bought into that and wanted to make a good thing happen. But at the same time, he has a lot of energy. He's always in the huddle screaming his tail off, and the guys really like that stuff. But at the same time, like you said, I was really worried about. I even talked to Albia's coach Archer over the weekend, and he was like, after the way you looked against Knoxville, I was really doubting that you might not beat Eddyville. And I was like, I was thinking the same thing. I did not want our team to go in a downward spiral, because I knew if we lost to Eddyville, we sure as heck weren't going to compete well against Fort Madison. And luckily we've got it all turned around and gone on a 3-game stint here. And it's always fun to win at Davis County too. Going into that game last night, I've had some nightmarish games over there, and Coach Graves always comes out, he's always got a great game plan, and the kids are going to play us hard. And last night turned into an NBA game where we're getting up and down the floor and everybody's scoring a ton. So we just kept it running, and hopefully we can just keep scoring.
It's a Davis County team, I believe, that beat Albia.
So
that's there's no gimme there with them, and it looks to me like they don't have a whole lot of height. But they get up and down the floor, and I would say that you're probably better to play them now than maybe at the end of January, because you would assume they're going to get better as the year wears on as well. But I was, I guess, a little bit surprised to hear that they had defeated Albia. So you got to hats off to your kids for going on the road and taking care of business pretty much right out of the chute.
Yeah, and Davis County and Eddyville, they remind me a lot of each other because they both can hit threes in bunches, and one thing, even though we had Davis County down most of the night last night by a considerable margin, those kids were coming down and firing away without any hesitation, and I think they knocked down 7 threes on us, and that was, like you said about Eddyville earlier in the year, that first game when we played them, they knocked down 8 threes, and there was no rhyme or reason. They weren't working for threes. They were just firing it up there, and it was going in. And, as a coach, you're sitting there going, well, they're really not setting it up for that, but when it's going in, you can't question it. It still counts 3, whether it's a run play or a kid just throwing it up there. But I'll tell you what, when you're knocking down 8, they're not just throwing it up there. They can shoot it. And one thing at the Eddyville win, we only gave up 1 3-pointer. I thought we closed out and boxed out very well. And that was one thing we were stressing last night at Davis County, get a hand in their face, but yet we have to limit them to 1 shot. And I thought we were very effective at that. And, man, once we got it running, I just felt like we could score at will. And I thought we attacked the basket very well last night. Even though I thought Davis County was doing the same thing, I just felt like we were doing it better and getting to the hoop a lot more.
We'll grab another break. When we come back, we'll see what's next for the Centerville Big Red basketball team. They've got a few days now before their next contest on the varsity side. We'll be back right after this on IB's The Pitch.
Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square has got you covered when it comes to men's dress. Whether it be business or casual, Jim Ireland Menswear can help. From jeans to slacks, from dress shirts to golf shirts, Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square can help you look your best. And if you've got a wedding in your future, call Jim Ireland Menswear or stop by to talk about tux rentals. Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square.
This is Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop in Centerville. Since the summer of 1987, I have been helping people with their IRA investments. I have many clients that contribute money into an IRA on a monthly basis, but I also have many retired clients that are receiving money on a monthly basis to help pay bills. That's called cash flow. Having an adequate amount of cash flow is very important. I give people monthly cash flow from their employees' retirement plans. We put the money into an IRA and then set up a systematic withdrawal plan that can be sent directly into your bank account. It's safe and convenient. I have many safe options for your retirement plan distribution from your employer. I'm Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop in Centerville. I've been in business since 1987.
They don't build cars like they used to, and they don't repair them like they used to either. Today's vehicles contain advanced lightweight materials and safety features like crumple zones and airbags that help protect your family. Repairing them properly after a collision requires up-to-date training. RK Auto Body has it. We're among only 10% of shops to meet the industry's highest training standards as a gold class business. When you pick a collision repair shop, make the smart choice for your family's safety. Choose gold class trained repair professionals. Choose RK Auto Body. RK Auto Body is located at 21317 Highway J46 Centerville, or call them at 641-856-2500. Founded in 1864, the Daily Iowegian is one of the oldest businesses in Centerville. Keep up on local news, sports, and all community events by reading the Daily Iowegian. You'll also find them online at dailyiowegian.com. That's dailyiowegian.com, where you'll find the latest in local news and much more. Subscribe today by calling 856-6336. That's 856-6336. The Daily Iowegian, the newspaper that cares about Appanoose County.
We're talking local sports and a little bit more, and we're visiting with Coach Matt Krusich. And Coach, you gave the guys had the day off today. I know you'll get back at it, back to work tomorrow, but you don't have a game now until next Tuesday. But it's going to be a big one because obviously I think everybody feels like we didn't play very well when we went to Albia. Now they're coming to our place. It's time for some revenge.
Yeah, I think we all have that on our mind, and but we also respect what Albia does, because I think Kevin Archer is probably one of the best coaches in the conference as far as preparing his team for any game. And I know he he has a great idea of what we run. We know what they run. It's just a matter of getting our kids to go out there and make it happen. And, they're going to come in here. They know this is kind of the standing for that second or third spot in the conference. And, we know they're going to come in and play us hard. But I like I said, I feel really good about the direction we're going. And, even if we don't win the game, I just want to come out and make a better showing than we did at Albia, because I really felt like that first half we were out of sync, and they did a great, and it might be their defense, but I also feel like, the way we looked in the second half, I felt like we kind of contributed to that first half, and I know we can play a lot better, and hopefully we can put 4 quarters together like we did in the second half at Albia and attack them a little better, and hopefully come out with a victory. But even if we don't, the main thing right now is just consistency and execution, and I think the guys feel a lot better about themselves than the last time we met.
Then when after that, then you got a tough one. You got to go up to Sheraton on Thursday, and you would think you're not going to catch Sheraton off guard after the buzzer beater game earlier in the year. I would have to think that even though we didn't get the win there, that they've had this one circled on their schedule as well.
Yeah, I know Sheraton's going to be out to make it clearer that we should not be as close to them as we did last time. But at the same time, the last 2 games we've played them has come down to the last minute of the game. And, you take the district game last year and you take this game, and, at least our kids compete really hard against Sheraton, and they know they're going to have to, come down and they're going to have to be dialed in all 4 quarters to beat us. And, I love being the underdog against a team like that, because, when you're not expected to win, you really have no fear, and you go out there and just make it happen. And I love the confidence our kids played with the first time around with Sheraton, and I think we'll go in there with the same attitude when we go up there. Do I think they are the better team? Well, I think, what they've accomplished in the last 3 years kind of proves that they are the team to beat. But at the same time, I feel like our kids think they can beat them, and, on a given night, it might be that 1 out of 10 shot, and we might come out with a victory. But like I said, right now my main focus is keep the kids feeling good about themselves, keep our team execution the way it is, and just go out there and make good things happen. And if we can do that next week, even if we don't come out with 2 victories, I'll feel good about myself. And I feel like our team's headed in the right direction. We're playing great team ball, and let's just keep that going.
Coach Matt Krusek, Big Red Basketball. Their next action is Tuesday night at home against Albia. That's always a fun one, so we hope to get a big crowd for that. And, Coach, we look forward to visiting with you again next week here on the bench.
You bet, and thanks. And, even if I do become a billionaire tonight, which could greatly happen, my 1 in 290 million shot, you never know. But I still will be coaching the Big Reds for the rest of the season, and I will share the wealth with everyone listening out there. So even if I'm a billionaire, we'll still be playing basketball. So.
But I bet you won't be here next season, will you?
Well, we'll talk about it. We'll be in negotiation.
All right.
But thank you so much.
Thanks, Coach. We're back after this on Hy-Vee's The Pitch.
Hey, thanks, guys.
When it's time for new flooring in your home, be sure to check out J&L Flooring in Centerville. We are a family business where honesty and integrity come first. Whether you are looking for carpet, vinyl or hardwood, tile, laminate, or luxury vinyl planks, you are always assured to get top quality products at affordable prices. We feature the latest in flooring trends, and financing is available. Give us a call today at 856-6331 to schedule an appointment. Ask about our new mobile showroom. For those with busy schedules, we bring the showroom to you.
Chico Construction provides a complete line of excavating equipment for all your water, sewer, and building needs. Whether it be residential, commercial, or agricultural, Chico Construction can help. Serving Centerville and Southern Iowa for more than 40 years. Call Dave McCann at Chico Construction, 895-1980. That's Dave McCann at 895-1980. Chico Construction. For all your excavating needs, remember,
McCann.
Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corridon is proud to be a part of the Pitch Sports Show. Give Sales and Associates a call today at 888-767-0239. That's 888-767-0239. Call them locally in Centerville at 856-3375. That's 856-3375. For all your insurance needs, call Sales and Associates Cook Insurance. in Centerville and Corydon.
The Flower Teak in Centerville is your one-stop shop for all your floral needs. We carry a large selection of fresh cut flowers, green plants, memorial stones, candles, wreaths, barn quilts, and other great gift ideas. We provide fast, same-day delivery and treat you as our #1 customer. Whether you are planning a large event such as a wedding or simply know someone needing cheering up, we can help. Let our friendly staff help you choose the right flowers or gift to fit your needs. Flower Teak on the northeast corner of the Centerville Square. Call 437-4131, visit flowerteak.com, or find us on Facebook.
You're listening to The Pitch on KCOG Centerville. We move into the second half of the show with a lot of wrestling to talk about. As the Mike Lupnick Big Red Invitational is this weekend. We've got an interview with Coach Kevin Cochran that we taped earlier today, who is running the meet. He's the meet manager. Sounds kind of a funny thing to say.
Sounds like a grocery store.
Yeah, I was going to say, But
he does have some experience of that also.
Yeah, he does. He's got experience in a lot of things.
Yes, he does.
And then also Coach Anthony White joins us as well via the phone lines. They are unable to be with us here live tonight because they're at the seating meeting for the wrestling. All right, Josh, you got a nice, bright ad there. What's going on out here at Hy-Vee?
You bet. Stop over to Tim McGrann's Produce Department. We have seedless navel oranges for just 19 cents each. We also have Hy-Vee pots, the select varieties, 10 for 10, and save 10 cents a gallon on your fuel saver card. Chobani Greek yogurt, 10 for 9, save 10 cents on your fuel saver card. 80% lean ground beef in a 1-pound tube, just $2.88, and Red Baron pizzas, just 4 for $10. And then check out a whole bunch more at HyVeeDeals.com for all the great specials here at Hy-Vee.
All right, tell me more about HyVeeDeals.com.
HyVeeDeals.com is a new thing. As you probably noticed, the ad has gotten a little bit smaller. It's only 4 pages now instead of 16, and the format's changed a little bit. So they're going to be advertising a lot on HyVeeDeals.com. There's going to be all kinds of great stuff on there, exclusive offers that you're only going to be able to see on there. Plus, your Fuel Saver ad and our online ad is all going to be in one place.
All right. And dog food's on sale.
Dog food's on sale. Dog chow is on sale with an 8-cent Fuel Saver this week.
Outstanding. All right. Hy-Vee, of course, our presenting sponsor. We're proud to be out here each and every week on the Pitch Sports Show. We will take a break. When we come back, we will hear from Kevin Cochran, who is the meet manager for the Mike Lupnick Big Red Invitational. That is next on Hy-Vee's The Pitch.
The Preserve on Rathbun Lake is Southern Iowa's premier 18-hole championship golf course. But they're a whole lot more than that. They also feature the area's only full-service pro shop. Stop in and check out the latest in golf equipment or see what they have for golf apparel. You can also get gift certificates or punch cards for rounds of golf. The Pro Shop at the Preserve on Rathbun Lake invites you to stop out today or give them a call at 724-1400. That's 724-1400. Henley Dental in Centerville offers a full range of dental services, from regular exams to dental cosmetics. Henley Dental can help with all of your dental needs. Call today at 856-4103. That's 856-4103. They offer Clear Correct and porcelain veneers to help make that smile look better. And Dr. Nick Henley would like to remind you of the importance of scheduling a regular exam. You should have your teeth examined and cleaned every 6 months. To schedule your exam today, call 856-4103. That's 856-4103. Dr. Nick Henley at Henley Dental, 203 West Washington in Centerville.
There's no place like home, and there's no place like Northside Insurance to insure your home. We're your hometown insurance agency, which means we know you by name and will take time to understand your insurance needs. We can also help with your other insurance, such as auto, boat, farm, and business. Together with Allied Insurance, we'll design the insurance package that fits your needs. Call us today at 856-3333.
Quote to claim, we take care of you. Northside Insurance.
Hello, this is Billy Thomas of the Thomas Funeral Home. Have you considered the benefit of advanced funeral planning? You plan for your first car, your first home, your children's college, and your retirement. Planning makes sense. Guaranteed pricing, peace of mind, and the alleviation of stress on your family are just a few of the benefits of advanced funeral planning. Please feel free to pick up the phone or stop by the funeral home with any questions regarding advanced funeral planning.
Call the Thomas Funeral Home in Centerville at 856-4321 or in Bloomfield at 664-2353. You're listening to The Pitch on KCOG Centerville, and of course, Wrestling is in the forefront this week with the Big Red Invitational, the Mike Halupnik Big Red Invitational coming up Saturday. It's a busy weekend of wrestling in Centerville with the JV tournament Friday and then the Big Red Invitational on Saturday and then the youth wrestling on Sunday. We're joined now via the phone line by Kevin Cochran, who is the meet manager for the action on Saturday. He'll be running the track wrestling and pretty much running all things Mike Halupnik Big Red Invitational. And Kevin, it's going to be, I know, a busy day Saturday, but you've got a great tournament planned for the wrestlers.
Yeah, we really do. I mean, the Big Red Invitational has always been a nice traditional 16-team tournament. There's only 14 teams invited this year, but we always try to put on a good show, get some great teams down here, have our kids, or actually all the local area kids, get some good competition to help prepare them for the sectionals and districts coming up.
And tonight, as this interview is airing, you guys are together doing the seating for the tournament. That's quite a process. Tell us a little bit about how that works for the Big Red.
Well, it really is. I mean, normally what we used to do is that coaches would always do that in a room prior to the meet once the kids weighed in. But what's happened is that with 16 teams, it just takes so long, you'd never get your tournament started in time. So we have a committee put together that we analyze all the data on all the wrestlers at each particular weight class. And track wrestling, which if you're not familiar with track wrestling is an online database program where all the wrestlers, you can go in and find who they've wrestled, whether they won or lost. So it's a great tool to help a committee like ours see the tournament properly without upsetting the coaches as they come in and say, hey, we beat this kid, we should be ahead of him or whatever. So, but it really helps speed up the process. Coaches are on board with it. And, we've looked at our records in the past, and we've done a really nice job of making sure the best kids come out of each side of the bracket.
Once you get everybody seated, then it's just down to the wrestling on Saturday. So give us an idea, if you know at this point, what the format will be for the Mike Halupnik Big Red Invitational.
Okay, well, we're going to change the format up a little bit this year. It used to be just a traditional 16-man bracket. And if you lost your first match, the best you could do was 7th place. You had to win your first match in order to finish in the top 6. So what we've done, and the reason why we've done it this year, is that there's only 14 teams. So with having 2 full teams gone, not every team has a full lineup. You get yourself a lot of buys. And, when you talk to the other coaches, and coaches are all about, hey, man, I want to get my kids some matches. And in the old traditional tournament, if you lost twice, you was done. I mean, so, you may have a kid that's not that experienced, comes in, loses 2 matches. It's noon. He's sitting there till 5, 6 o'clock waiting for the tournament to get over, and he's not wrestling. Well, with our new format, it's going to be what we call 2 different types of formats based upon the number of kids in a bracket. We're going to run a 12-man and a 16-man. Officially, it's called a scramble, but we like to call it pool play. So really, the major difference is, example, like in the 16-man pool play, you got 4 pools of 4, which would be round robin. The top 4 out of each one of those pools go into the championship. The second place goes into I'll call it the bracket B. The third placers go into bracket C, and the fourth placers go into bracket D. So even if you've had a kid that's lost 2 matches, everybody's going to get 4 to 5 matches on that particular day, which is great for all wrestlers.
The Big Red Invitational is really it's quite an event. You, of course, wrestled for Centerville. You coach for Centerville, and you coach for Ottumwa. You've been around the sport a long time. Where does this tournament rank with the other tournaments throughout the year?
That's a good question, Russ, and that varies from year to year. It really depends on I guess what we look for as far as strength of a tournament is the quality of opponents that you have. And if you look at this tournament on Saturday, is the quality of opponents there like it used to be? Probably not where it used to be when we had full 16, 17 teams coming, and when overall Southern Iowa was kind of a powerhouse in wrestling. But essentially, there's still a lot of good kids. You may not have your powerhouse team. Well, actually, I guess Creston's coming. They're ranked number 2 in the state. but you've got a lot of good individuals. So it does give, say, some of the teams that haven't had a lot of success in previous years the opportunity to come down here and get some success. Just example, like even say Ottumwa. Ottumwa finished third in there last year, and they keep creeping up. You get somebody like, Kirksville or a Knoxville that's got 3 or 4 good kids. They can step up and score a lot of points, and they walk away from the tournament feeling good about themselves, versus just getting pummeled and walking away with kind of your tail between your legs. So it's a good atmosphere for this time of year, getting close towards the end of the season.
And, of course, it's named the Mike Halepnik Big Red Invitational. If you know anything about wrestling in Centerville or really in the state of Iowa, you know who Mike Halepnik is. Mike, of course, the longtime coach at Centerville. You wrestled for Mike. When you hear that name, what's it mean to you?
Well, just to be honest with you, man, you said his name and it just kind of gave me goosebumps. It's when I think of Centerville wrestling, the 2 names that come to mind is Mike Halepnik and Russ Miller. They built that program from the ground up. I believe Mike came in here in 1978 and he started the Big Red Tournament, and so it's truly named after him specifically for that reason. And if you understand where Centerville has been in the 80s, in the 90s, in the 2000s, you come and look at that record board down in the Lakeview Gym, and you look at the amount of names that are on there for state champions. Centerville is a premier powerhouse overall in the sport of wrestling in southern Iowa. And when I mean southern, I mean from Interstate 80 south, we're one of the best.
And give us the time frame for this tournament on Saturday. Then it's going to be obviously a full day of wrestling. What time does it start? And what time would you guess with this format that you'll be wrapping things up?
Well, the wrestling starts at 10 o'clock. I did some analysis there today at school. Last year there was 282 matches, and normally it would be over between probably the hours of 4 to 5. This year, based upon doing the pool play, there's going to be 361 matches. So I'm expecting it probably to go an hour to an hour and a half longer with the additional matches, allotting for additional time. So if everything goes smooth, I guess I'd like to have everything done, wrapped up, and get coaches and teams out of there by 5:30. But that might be pushing it.
Kevin Cochran is the meet manager for the Centerville Big Red Invitational, the Mike Halepnik Invitational, this Saturday starting at 10 o'clock. It's going to be a full day, a lot of great wrestling. And, Kevin, I know you're going to have a busy day. There's a lot of people that go into putting on a wrestling tournament. Give us an idea of what it takes to put on a tournament like this and how many people are involved from a volunteer standpoint.
Well, track wrestling has actually really helped eliminate some of the volunteers as far as the workers at the tables on the particular Saturday. But just the involvement of getting everybody on board. We're going to have 6 or 7 guys at the CD meeting. I mean, they're going to have to get sessions ready. There's a lot of pre-work that goes into it. Even at the tables right now, one thing we're going to do, which is going to be kind of cool, we're going to run what we call virtual clocks. So they're going to be shot onto the wall. So basically every table can have one person. In the past, we've always had 2 people. You have your towel boy and you got somebody always watching over things. But basically this whole tournament could be ran by 5 people, one person at each table, and then basically one person at the head table. But it's always been great because the Big Red has always had numerous volunteers, and it's going to be people that come down and say, hey, what do you need me to do? And fortunately, hey, just stand around and watch wrestling. I mean, we've got it covered. So never been a lack of helpers at the Big Red, but it does take a lot of help overall to tear down, bringing the mats down, tearing everything back down and putting everything back where it belongs. Trust me, the worst thing as a coach, as a wrestler, is anything you hate to do is move those wrestling mats. Well, it's easier now since they're Dolomers, but the old mats weighed about 600 pounds per section, and it was not fun.
Well, I'm sure it's going to be a great day this Saturday. Thanks for your help with everything. Thanks for taking time out to visit with us on the pitch. Kevin Cochran is the meet manager for the event on Saturday here in Centerville. It all starts at 10 a.m. Kevin, thanks so much.
Thanks, Russ.
Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square has got you covered when it comes to men's dress. Whether it be business or casual, Jim Ireland Menswear can help. From jeans to slacks, from dress shirts to golf shirts, Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square can help you look your best. And if you've got a wedding in your future, call Jim Ireland Menswear or stop by to talk about tux rentals. Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square.
This is Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop in Centerville. Since the summer of 1987, I have been helping people with their IRA investments. I have many clients that contribute money into an IRA on a monthly basis, but I also have many retired clients that are receiving money on a monthly basis to help pay bills. That's called cash flow. Having an adequate amount of cash flow is very important. I give people monthly cash flow from their employees' retirement plans. We put the money into an IRA and then set up a systematic withdrawal plan that can be sent directly into your bank account. It's safe and convenient. I have many safe options for your retirement plan distribution from your employer. I'm Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop in Centerville. I've been in business since 1987.
They don't build cars like they used to, and they don't repair them like they used to either. Today's vehicles contain advanced, lightweight materials and safety features like crumple zones and airbags that help protect your family. Repairing them properly after a collision requires up-to-date training. RK Auto Body has it. We're among only 10% of shops to meet the industry's highest training standards as a gold-class business. When you pick a collision repair shop, make the smart choice for your family's safety. Choose gold-class trained repair professionals. Choose RK Auto Body. RK Auto Body is located at 21317 Highway J46 Centerville, or call them at 641-856-2500. Founded in 1864, the Daily Iowegian is one of the oldest businesses in Centerville. Keep up on local news, sports, and all community events by reading the Daily Iowegian. You'll also find them online at dailyiowegian.com. That's dailyiowegian.com, where you'll find the latest in local news and much more. Subscribe today by calling 856-6336. That's 856-6336. The Daily Iowegian, the newspaper that cares about Appalachia County. You're listening to The Pitch on KCOG Centerville, presented by your local Hy-Vee store. I'm Russ Oker, and we're joined now by Coach Anthony White of the Centerville Big Red Wrestling Team. And Coach is unable to be at the store live tonight because he's at a seedings meeting for the big tournament coming up this weekend, the Big Red Invitational, the Mike Kolepnik Big Red Invitational. We're going to be talking about that in just a moment, as this is one of the highlights of the year. But first, let's talk about the recent wrestling for the Big Reds. Coach, since we last spoke, you guys haven't had a whole lot of action, but you did have a big tournament on Saturday at Benton Van Horn. Tell us how that went.
Well, you know, as always, there was some good and some bad. Unfortunately, this weekend it seemed like there was a little more bad than good. You know, it's a tough tournament, and I kind of warned the guys before we went up there that that they'd better be ready to wrestle, because there's guys up there that are ready all the time. So I think some guys found out that that we got to do a little better job getting ready for these tournaments, and that we've got 20. I think we got 25 days now till sectionals, and I think they figured out they better use every one of them to get to work. So we didn't have anybody that placed in the top, even in the top 5. I think our highest place was 8th place, Jace Draper, and everybody else got beat out. So it was a tough day.
And how many guys did you take to Benton?
We had I think 8 guys up there wrestling. One of our guys wrestled in the JV tournament. I talked with him, and he was going to have to bump up. Peyton Bartholomew was going to have to bump up a couple of weight classes to be able to wrestle on varsity, and we thought he'd get some better matches in that JV tournament at his own weight.
Let's talk about a few of these kids. Let's start with some guys that you're getting to use here. You had Peyton Moore, who's been injured. Did he wrestle this weekend?
He didn't wrestle this weekend. He was cleared for live wrestling on Monday, so he started practicing there on Monday and has been going the past couple days. And you know, he's doing good. His conditioning obviously is a little little lacking, but nothing that was his fault. He just hasn't been able to use it that much. So we'll get him in shape, and he'll be wrestling in our duel tomorrow night up at Knoxville.
And then you have Tiger Terpstra, who Tiger tried a little basketball. Now he's back to wrestling. What's his situation? Did he wrestle this weekend?
Yeah, he wrestled. He'll be at 132, and that's where he wrestled this weekend. He wrestled really, really well. He had 3 matches. It's going to take him a little while to figure out the weight class and just get used to these guys that are a little bigger. Not bigger than him necessarily. It's just not quite what he was used to wrestling 106 last year. So it'll take him a little bit. He lost his first match, I think, by a couple of points to a real good kid, and then pinned his kid in the consolation quarterfinal, and then he lost the money round match and the consolations there to get into the placing matches. He lost that, I think, by a point or two to another kid that was a tough wrestler. So he's right there. He just, he'd only been practicing for a week or less when we went up there. So I felt like he had a pretty good day considering, and I think he felt like he was kind of getting into it. So I don't think he felt horrible about how he did.
And a kid that we haven't talked about in a few weeks here, Peyton Russell, a freshman who has got off to a great start. What's the latest on how Peyton's been doing, and has he been able to continue his solid freshman campaign?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. No, he had kind of a rough tournament down there at Lee Summit, and so coming back off the break here, I don't know. As a freshman, I think sometimes you kind of get a little bit of that deer in the headlights look, and I think he kind of had that coming into Benton. There at the beginning, he started off 0-3, and then he went on just like this winning streak where he couldn't lose, and that 0-3, those were just 3 really, really tough kids in a row, and he ran into a couple more tough ones up there at Benton. So he didn't fare so well up there, but I'm confident he'll get back to going here and go on another little streak for us at some point.
Talking wrestling with Coach Anthony White, Centerville Big Reds. Well, now you've got action tomorrow night with Knoxville.
Yeah, we'll be up at Knoxville. I think that starts at 6 o'clock, and we'll wrestle Knoxville and Clark, and those will be our last 2 conference duels of the year.
And then this weekend is the big one. It's our last chance to wrestle at home this year, last chance for the folks here in Centerville to see these young men wrestle. And it's always a lot of fun. The Mike Halepnik Big Red Invitational. I think we've got, 13? Are there 13 teams coming?
Yeah, we had a couple teams back out on us. I really thought we might end up with a full 16-man bracket this year, but we'll be a couple shy of that. But it'll be good. I was kind of going through looking at the teams that we had, and kind of some of the guys they had. I think I counted up. There's 19 ranked wrestlers right now coming to it. There's several weight classes that there's 2 or there's 1 weight class. There's 3 ranked guys, so there's going to be a semifinal there. That's going to be a real tough match, and so it'll be fun. The finals at the Big Red are always exciting. There's nothing like it really until you get to the state tournament. I did an interview with one of the high school kids here the other day for the school paper, and one of the things I said to her was, if you've never been to the Big Red, it's one of those things associated with Centerville, Iowa, that if you only do it once, definitely go do it, because it's worth it, especially the finals. It's always exciting.
Do you get a sense that the boys are pumped and have this circled on their calendars as well as one of their favorite weekends of the year?
Yeah, it's not everybody gets to have a hometown tournament, and it's something special. I won it when I was a senior, and there's just nothing like it. You got your whole crowd there cheering for you, and when that clock ticks down to 0 or you pin that guy, everybody's on their feet cheering, and there's just nothing like it. I think some people go to some of these duels, and it's kind of a quiet environment at the duels sometimes. Maybe not a lot of cheering unless it's, because there's only one match going on. You get there at the Big Red, there's going to be 4 matches going on. People are going to be yelling. The parents get into it, and it's a great environment.
And Coach, it's hard to believe, but the season will be over before we know it at this point. And you start thinking about sectionals not being too far off. When are the sectionals, and where are we at this year?
It's the first weekend, first Saturday there in February. I think it's the 6th, and we're up at Albia. So it's a nice short drive for everybody. I hope we get a lot of support up there for us. We've got some guys that are going to do well there. We do not have, we don't have some of the horses in the sectional district that we have in years past. Albia's got a good team like they usually do, but I think they've only got 3 ranked guys. So there's 11 other weight classes that are wide open for anybody that wants to step up at this point and take them. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Coach Anthony White, Centerville Big Red Wrestlers, appreciate you joining us today and taking time out of your schedule. As tonight during the show, Coach is at a seating meeting. They're doing that as this interview airs. And tell us a little bit about that before we let you go. I know that's always an interesting process, and sometimes I'm sure you've been to seating meetings that get a little bit maybe elevated, if nothing else. But I think you guys you do a great job with this one. But it's not always cut and dry, right? So give us a little bit of glimpse inside of a seating meeting.
Well, I'll tell you, one of the weirdest ones I was ever at was last year when we put it together. That 132-pound weight class that Brad Irwin was in, it had a couple of kids in there that were really tough wrestlers, and we knew how tough Brad was, and he had won that tournament before, and he was a 2-time state qualifier, and he had a lot going for him, and we were looking at some of the stuff some of those other kids had done, and I think we ended up seeding Brad in the 3rd seed in that tournament, and he ended up losing that semifinal to the kid from Kirksville, who was a freshman. He was undefeated at that point, and it was one of those things where you felt really bad seeding it that way at the time, and maybe if we'd have put him on the top side, things would have gone different, but he ended up getting 3rd place, and so sometimes you have to do things that are kind of counterintuitive, but the main focus when we go into that meeting, and what's nice about going into a seating meeting without all the other coaches there, is that you can just say to everybody, hey, we're going to get this thing as close as we can possibly get it with no bias if we can help it, and most of the time when we do it that way, it ends up pretty close, and it makes everybody happy when we get it right.
Well, Coach, good luck tomorrow night. Good luck this weekend. Look forward to a great tournament. And as always, thanks for joining us. And we'll visit.
And one more thing. Sorry, Russ. Don't forget Friday night, the JV tournament. We will have several of our guys that will wrestle in that. So come out and support them. Sometimes they get a little bummed out when I say, well, you're a varsity wrestler, yes, but you're going to go wrestle this JV tournament. So if some of those guys that are going to be wrestling, then come out and cheer for them. Last year we had 4 guys in it, and we had 4 champions, so it was really fun. It was one of the funnest tournaments that we were at last year, just because those guys stepped up and wrestled hard and had a good time doing it. So hopefully we'll have another good Friday night this year.
And that's Friday night, and then Sunday. The other thing I guess we should mention before we leave, that's the youth tournament. So it's all the wrestling you could want this weekend in Centerville.
Yeah, and if you've never been one of these youth tournaments, you get those little super kids out there. It's the cutest things you've ever seen. So if you like wrestling and you like seeing little kids kind of roll around and smile whether they win or lose, that's a good place to go and see it Sunday.
Coach Anthony White, thanks for joining us. You're listening to The Pitch on KCOG.
When it's time for new flooring in your home, be sure to check out J&L Flooring in Centerville. We are a family business where honesty and integrity come first. Whether you are looking for carpet, vinyl, or hardwood, tile, laminate, or luxury vinyl planks, you are always assured to get top quality products at affordable prices. We feature the latest in flooring trends and financing is available. Give us a call today at 856-6331 to schedule an appointment. Ask about our new mobile showroom. For those with busy schedules, we bring the showroom to you.
Chico Construction provides a complete line of excavating equipment for all your water, sewer, and building needs. Whether it be residential, commercial, or agricultural, Chico Construction can help. Serving Centerville and Southern Iowa for more than 40 years. Call Dave McCann at Chico Construction, 895-1980. That's Dave McCann at 895-1980. Chico Construction. For all your excavating needs, remember,
McCann.
Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corridon is proud to be a part of the Pitchfork Show. Give Sales and Associates a call today at 888-767-0239. That's 888-767-0239. Call them locally in Centerville at 856-3375. That's 856-3375. For all your insurance needs, call Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corridon.
The Flower Teak in Centerville is your one-stop shop for all your floral needs. We carry a large selection of fresh cut flowers, green plants, memorial stones, candles, wreaths, barn quilts, and other great gift ideas. We provide fast, same-day delivery and treat you as our #1 customer. Whether you are planning a large event such as a wedding or simply know someone needing cheering up, we can help. Let our friendly staff help you choose the right flowers or gift to fit your needs. Flower Teak on the northeast corner of the Centerville Square. Call 437-4131, visit flowerteak.com, or find us on Facebook.
You're listening to The Pitch on KCOG Centerville, talking local sports and a little bit more. Presented by Hy-Vee, and it is time now to talk girls basketball with Coach Matt Kabakovich of the Centerville Redettes, and the Redettes coming off a win against Davis County last night. I think we could probably call that a much-needed win.
Yes, it was. After the week we had the week before, taking some tough ones on the chin there against Knoxville, Eddyville, and Fort Madison, kind of showing us we're really not where we need to be at this juncture. So to go to Bloomfield over there, a much-needed win. Definitely ecstatic the way we played for the most part for all 4 quarters. So very pleased.
So where are we at record-wise now?
6-5. No, yeah, 6-6 overall. And to be honest with you, I have no idea what our conference record is right now.
Okay. Well, you went on Knoxville. You knew it was going to be a pretty good basketball team, right? So let's talk a little bit about that game. And as you evaluate that game, where did we go wrong? And where did they go right, or was it just a matter of?
It was. We did shoot all week last week with all the games. They played us all, Knoxville and Eddyville and Fort Madison. They all played a packed-in 2-3 zone, and we had really troubles getting the ball to Alyssa and Taylor. And we did not shoot the ball particularly well from the outside all week. And we needed to do that to be successful. And we did it at times versus Eddyville on Friday night, and got back in the game in the second half. But we just couldn't get that consistency shooting the ball from the outside from our guards, from our wing players to be successful there that last week. So that was a real issue to get over. And on Saturday versus Fort Madison, I thought our energy just wasn't there. It's always tough playing those darn Saturday games after a Friday night game. So our energy wasn't there. It's 3 games that I think if we play our best basketball, there's no doubt we can win those ball games. But we just really came out of break, and we didn't play very well. We didn't shoot the ball very well, and it was definitely frustrating.
Well, you knew obviously Eddyville Blacksburg is a tremendous basketball team. Do you know where they stack up conference-wise? Are they in the lead? Not in the lead?
They're Eddyville's first. They're unbeaten in the conference, and Knoxville has 1 loss to Eddyville. So that's where the conference standings are. Then the race for third is it's us, Albia, and Sheridan's going to be in that mix, that race for third. It's going to be a heck of a tiebreaker to see who gets that third spot in the tiebreaker. So those are definitely the top 2 teams are Knoxville and Eddyville. So Eddyville's definitely the top team.
Well, you go over then, like we talked, kind of almost a must-win against Davis County last night. You take care of business. Chad was looking at your schedule, and he's got you with a good probability to go on a little bit of a run here. It looks like your next, 7 games are all at least winnable games.
Well, I know that I have you favored in all 7 games. Well, I don't know if we'd be favored Friday night versus Moravia. I'll tell you that right now. It's definitely the next 7 games we're not playing
we're not playing Knoxville and Eddyville. I know or Fort Madison. I do know that. But Friday night's ball game is going to be tough. I mean, we played Moravia all summer long. They've got a great group of kids. I don't know in the history of Moravia girls basketball and what the history is, but I mean, the Brown girl and McDaniel girl are putting up some numbers that are pretty darn good. I mean, when you have two girls average more than 22 points a game, you're doing something right. And then you've got a third girl that's pumping in 15, 16 points a game. They've got three players that could probably, I guarantee you, that could start on probably any team in this conference that we play in, and probably start on a lot of teams that we play non-conference as well. So it's not going to be, I mean, it's going to be a very tough game to go over to Moravia and play. And you know how, I'm assuming those kids from Moravia are going to be jacked up, ready to play Centerville kids. You kind of have that stigma of small school versus big school. And they're going to be ready to go. So our girls have to be ready to go, or it's going to be a disappointing night for us.
And so you got Moravia then Friday night. Is that a JV varsity or JV varsity? Yep. Okay. What do we know what time that tip?
6 o'clock tip off for the JV, and then our varsity to follow.
Okay. And then after that, we got Albion next. We got anything between then and Albion?
Monday. Yeah. Monday. Then we go to an old stomping ground of mine. We go over to Seymour and play a team that's 7-4, 7-5. That's got a heck of a group of kids, a good group of kids, a real good young group of kids that maybe you might be able to get to see them a little bit tomorrow night as they're bringing their JV team over and playing our freshmen tomorrow night down at Lakeview. And they've got a group of freshmen that's phenomenal, just a great group of girls. So it's going to be a tough game for us over there on Monday. So like I said, you're playing Seymour and you're playing Moravia, and you might think that, well, you're playing two bluegrass teams, but you're playing two bluegrass teams that are highly competitive, that can get the job done, and that are good basketball teams.
And now they're going to have the pom-poms and the banners and everything out for you when you come back over to Seymour?
I will guarantee you they do not have a pom-pom or they have a banner out when I walk into that gym on Monday night.
That is unacceptable. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We got more with Coach Kavakovich right after this on High Views to Bid.
The Preserve on Rathbun Lake is Southern Iowa's premier 18-hole championship golf course, but they're a whole lot more than that. They also feature the area's only full-service pro shop. Stop in and check out the latest in golf equipment or see what they have for golf apparel. You can also get gift certificates or punch cards for rounds of golf. The Pro Shop at the Preserve on Rathbun Lake invites you to stop out today or give them a call at 724-1400. That's 724-1400. Henley Dental in Centerville offers a full range of dental services, from regular exams to dental cosmetics. Henley Dental can help with all of your dental needs. Call today at 856-4103. That's 856-4103. They offer Clear Correct and porcelain veneers to help make that smile look better. And Dr. Nick Henley would like to remind you of the importance of scheduling a regular exam. You should have your teeth examined and cleaned every 6 months. To schedule your exam today, call 856-4103. That's 856-4103. Dr. Nick Henley at Henley Dental, 203 West Washington in Centerville.
There's no place like home, and there's no place like Northside Insurance to insure your home. We're your hometown insurance agency, which means we know you by name and will take time to understand your insurance needs. We can also help with your other insurance, such as auto, boat, farm, and business. Together with Allied Insurance, we'll design the insurance package that fits your needs. Call us today at 856-3333.
Quote to claim, we take care of you. Northside Insurance.
Hello, this is Billy Thomas of the Thomas Funeral Home. Have you considered the benefit of advanced funeral planning? You plan for your first car, your first home, your children's college, and your retirement. Planning makes sense. Guaranteed pricing, peace of mind, and the alleviation of stress on your family are just a few of the benefits of advanced funeral planning. Please feel free to pick up the phone or stop by the funeral home with any questions regarding advanced funeral planning.
Call the Thomas Funeral Home in Centerville at 856-4321 or in Bloomfield at 664-2353.
Talking Red Ed basketball with Coach Matt Kavakovich. Red Ed's gets a big one over Davis County last night, and now they got a tough one Friday night with a very good 1A basketball team in Moravia. They've, like you talked about, they've got the shooters, they've got the size to match up down low. So our girls are going to have to show up ready to play. You're going to be in a brand new gym over there, so
yeah, that'll
be a lot of fun. All right, so you look at this, at where your team's at, and you look at this stretch of games. There is, you know, some of them are going to be tough contests, but there is legitimately, like I say, it's not Knoxville, it's not Pella. There is a chance you could lose all 7, but there's also a chance you could win all 7 as well. Do you, the focus of your girls at this point, and I know we had a little bit of a rough spell though, and you say maybe they weren't where you wanted to be at this point, but what about the focus and the commitment? Is it still there for this to be a good season?
Oh, I hope so. I really think they are. I mean, the groups have gotten better each year since I've done this. This is my 3rd year doing this. And this group is a fun group to be around. Practices are fun. They know when you can joke around about some things, but they also know when it's time to get down to business and work hard and understand what we're trying as a coaching staff to get across to them. And you know, we're 6-6 right now. Last year we won 6 games total. Year before we won 0. So, you know, I'm ecstatic for where we're at as a program and where we're headed as a program in the upcoming years. So, you know, we're going to lose a lot of players next year and a lot of good teams, but I love our lower level teams. I love our JV team. I love what Coach Gray's doing with the freshman group. They're not winning a bunch of games, but they're getting all kinds of playing time. And gosh, I hate to not get through this interview and not mention our 7th grade girls last night being down to a real good Clark team, being down 18 points in the 3rd quarter and coming back and winning by 1 to a very good Clark team at the buzzer. I mean, it's a fun time to watch some of these girls play at all levels. And I like having my hand. Sometimes it's good, sometimes Graham. But I mean, just to see those girls have success, win games, close games, come back from. I mean, that's almost unheard of. I was telling Coach Reed about it, to be down 20 points in a junior high game to come back and win. That's crazy.
There's a lot of time.
There's not a lot of time, and if you're down 20, that pretty much means the game's going to be over, and that means that group obviously doesn't know when to say it's over. So you know, that makes you just think. And you know, Clark's always good in their program at the junior high level. So, you know, I just love where this program's headed and what it's doing. Not only this year with the group of kids that we have, the 2015-16 team, but I love where the younger kids are doing, and I know what they're doing. I even know that Katie George, who's on the disabled list here this year, she's doing some coaching for me down in the 4th grade level, and their team won a couple games, I believe, over this last week. I can't remember when she told me that, but their team won. The team that she was coaching won a couple games down in over in Bloomfield, I think. So, and even in the 4th grade level. So it's the 6th graders are going to next Tuesday versus the blue team, the team up north. I'm going to have a 6th grade night where they're going to be able to come with us pregame, and they're going to be in the locker room. So we'll have to have the sensors going on in the locker room probably a little bit before the game for those 6th grade girls. And they're going to come out. Girls are going to come out in the starting lineups, and the 6th grade girls are going to be there right when they warm up. And then when they take the starting lineup, those 6th grade girls are going to be right with all our girls in the starting lineup, and they'll sit right behind our bench. And we'll try to get them to be able to play at halftime like the olden days. I just remember the olden days when I got to play at halftime of the Big Red game.
That's the only time you got to play back in the day.
Exactly.
That was it.
That was it. So that was the time. Those 5 minutes.
Got some shots up back there.
Every time was a blackout when the ball came to me. But just something fun for them to maybe try to get them to play at halftime of the girls' game. You know, just for the program and just again, I'm just trying to get the program to make basketball fun again for some of the girls around Centerville. So hopefully it'll work out. Hopefully everybody has some fun with it.
We're visiting with Coach Matt Kavakovich, talking Red Ed basketball. They're 6-6 at this point. Moravia Friday night at Moravia. Right now, let's do this. Let's have our Power Insurance Hall of Fame challenge.
While Josh is getting the cards, I would hate to go through this about how many comments I got on Chad's answer last week in the Hall of Fame challenge. Did Chad really not know his team head coach? And I said, I'm pretty sure he didn't know his team.
I drew a blank. I told you. I told everybody out there in Radio Land that I just drew a blank. Sometimes you just do that. Sometimes you just can't think of anything. And that was me last week, and I'll probably do it again this week. So,
I might not write anything down on purpose this time. I'll show you guys.
Surely this week you'll be able to write.
No, I doubt it. I'm not very smart. I'm not a very smart guy.
All right, guys, here we go. Are you ready? Now, the NFL season is in the playoffs.
Here we go.
Playoffs? The playoffs, okay? That's all great when your team makes the playoffs. That's fun. But what about when your team is terrible, okay? We're going to find out what you know about the terrible teams, all right? The NFL draft will be coming up in April. Can you give me the teams that have the top 5 picks in the NFL?
In order?
No, just give me the. You know what? Just give me the 5 teams. The 5 teams that are drafting in the top 5, unless they trade them off between now and then. But as of today, what 5 teams have the top 5 picks in the NFL, the National Football League? Gentlemen, good luck. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the answer to our Power Insurance Hall of Fame challenge right after this on ID's The Pitch.
Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square has got you covered when it comes to men's dress. Whether it be business or casual, Jim Ireland Menswear can help. From jeans to slacks, from dress shirts to golf shirts, Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square can help you look your best. And if you've got a wedding in your future, call Jim Ireland Menswear or stop by to talk about tux rentals. Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square.
This is Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop in Centerville. Since the summer of 1987, I have been helping people with their IRA investments. I have many clients that contribute money into an IRA on a monthly basis, but I also have many retired clients that are receiving money on a monthly basis to help pay bills. That's called cash flow. Having an adequate amount of cash flow is very important. I give people monthly cash flow from their employees' retirement plans. We put the money into an IRA and then set up a systematic withdrawal plan that can be sent directly into your bank account. It's safe and convenient. I have many safe options for your retirement plan distribution from your employer. I'm Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop in Centerville. I've been in business since 1987.
They don't build cars like they used to, and they don't repair them like they used to either. Today's vehicles contain advanced lightweight materials and safety features like crumple zones and airbags that help protect your family. Repairing them properly after a collision requires up-to-date training. RK Auto Body has it. We're among only 10% of shops to meet the industry's highest training standards as a gold-class business. When you pick a collision repair shop, make the smart choice for your family's safety. Choose gold-class trained repair professionals. Choose RK Auto Body. RK Auto Body is located at 21317 Highway J46 Centerville, or call them at 641-856-2500. Founded in 1864, the Daily Iowegian is one of the oldest businesses in Centerville. Keep up on local news, sports, and all community events by reading the Daily Iowegian. You'll also find them online at dailyiowegian.com. That's dailyiowegian.com, where you'll find the latest in local news and much more. Subscribe today by calling 856-6336. That's 856-6336. The Daily Iowegian, the newspaper that cares about Appalachia County.
You're listening to The Pitch on KCOG Centerville, and we're taking our Power Insurance Hall of Fame challenge, brought to you by Power Insurance of Moravia. Call 724-9000. Here we go, gentlemen.
I didn't write anything down.
Yeah, right. Chad is in desperate need of a bounce-back week after what probably the most humiliating week in the history of the Hall of Fame challenge. Here we go.
I'll just go home now.
Here we go. Here are your teams in no particular order at this point, because we might have to use it for tiebreak. The Cleveland Browns.
No.
The Dallas Cowboys.
Thanks, Brent.
The Jacksonville Jaguars. The San Diego Chargers. And the Tennessee Titans. All right, Chad. 4-4. Kovac 4. Bryce 3. Bryce is out. Chad and Kovac are going to overtime. All right, gentlemen. Here is your overtime question. Which one of those 5 teams currently holds the number 1 pick in the 2016 NFL Draft? All right.
I'm going to say the team of Tennessee Titans.
Chad?
That's who I said.
Oh,
You're absolutely correct. Both of you. The Tennessee Titans have the number 1 pick. All right. So your next question. Of those 5 teams that we're dealing with, how many total wins do they have combined?
Oh,
How many total wins do those 5 teams have combined? It's double overtime on the Hall of Fame challenge. We're giving them just a moment to cipher some things out. We'll see how they do. All right, Kovac.
I have a number. 17.
Chad says
18.
the total number of wins was 19. They hit the win in double overtime. What a dramatic win. A huge bounce-back win for Chad Lee Kessner.
Yeah,
How about that? There you go.
I know he was one of those talking about me out there. Him and Parker probably.
We'll grab a break. We'll come back and wrap up. We'll find out what these guys are going to do after they win the $1.5 billion. We'll come back after this and wrap up on Hy-Vee's The Pitch.
When it's time for new flooring in your home, be sure to check out JNL Flooring in Centerville. We are a family business where honesty and integrity come first. Whether you are looking for carpet, vinyl, or hardwood, tile, laminate, or luxury vinyl planks, you are always assured to get top quality products at affordable prices. We feature the latest in flooring trends and financing is available. Give us a call today at 856-6331 to schedule an appointment. Ask about our new mobile showroom. For those with busy schedules, we bring the showroom to you.
Chico Construction provides a complete line of excavating equipment for all your water, sewer, and building needs. Whether it be residential, commercial, or agricultural, Chico Construction can help. Serving Centerville and Southern Iowa for more than 40 years. Call Dave McCann at Chico Construction, 895-1980. That's Dave McCann at 895-1980. Chico Construction. For all your excavating needs, remember,
McCann.
Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corridon is proud to be a part of the Pitchfork Show. Give Sales and Associates a call today at 888-767-0239. That's 888-767-0239. Call them locally in Centerville at 856-3375. That's 856-3375. For all your insurance needs, call Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corridon.
The Flower Teak in Centerville is your one-stop shop for all your floral needs. We carry a large selection of fresh-cut flowers, green plants, memorial stones, candles, wreaths, barn quilts, and other great gift ideas. We provide fast, same-day delivery and treat you as our #1 customer. Whether you are planning a large event such as a wedding or simply know someone needing cheering up, we can help. Let our friendly staff help you choose the right flowers or gift to fit your needs. Flower Teak on the northeast corner of the Centerville Square. Call 437-4131, visit flowerteak.com, or find us on Facebook.
You're listening to The Pitch on KCOG Centerville, and just for fun tonight,
Who won the Power Insurance Hall of Fame challenge?
I think that was you.
Oh, yeah.
Record of 487. Hey, just like the Cowboys, but
With the #1 pick in the Hall of Fame Challenge draft, Chad Lee Kessner.
That's right.
All right, listen, guys, they're giving away $1.5 billion possibly tonight. It might not be one. Who knows when it might go to. Okay, so you have 1 minute to tell me what pops in your head about what you would actually do. And I think at the end of the day, let's just say you're going to walk away with $500 million after you take the one lump sum and they get their taxes. You're going to walk away with $500 million. Tough. I mean, that's a lot of money to lose. You lost a lot of money there right out of the chute. Chad, we'll start with you. Okay. You've got 60 seconds on the clock to give me what you're going to do with your money. by Augusta is what I'm going to do. Just go down there. I would play a lot of golf. I would probably have a lot of friends. Might not have remember much of it, but we'd have a good time. So take care of my kids, my family, all my good friends, and I told Achilles today if I wanted, I'm going to invite about 30 people over, and as soon as they walk through the door, I'm just going to hand each one of them a check for $1 million. So, wow.
I hope I get on that.
Oh, buddy. All right, Kovacs.
Oh, I don't know what the political good answer would be here, but if I win the money, I'm definitely, and everybody makes fun of me, but I'm buying a jet. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a jet, and I'm going to have my own pilot, and I'm going to be able to fly anywhere that I want to, go to any sporting event that I want to. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be a big time booster in the University of Oklahoma. They will, because we will buy the best players, and we win national championships.
We're going to win as many until we can until they catch it.
So Toby Keith thought he was our big booster. He hasn't met anything yet until I get to town. So definitely have different houses in Norman and different things. And then I suppose you'll make sure the families pay, everybo's gets their $20, $30 and whatever they need there. And, Maddie, my daughter, her college and stuff's paid for. It will be because I'm going to try to buy Oklahoma, so she'll be able to get into there for free. So other than that, there'll be some probably Vegas trips the boys and I will take and see what's going on there. We'll make the movie Hangover look like Little House on the Prairie, probably 3 years later. He's broke. Absolutely. If I tell him, for 5 to 10 years, we're going to live very, very hard. It's going to be a tough 5 years because things are going to get crazy.
He's broke. Oklahoma's on suspension.
But for that 5 to 10 years, life was good. Life was good. I'll be one of those stories on the E! channel or something about your lotto people.
Holy cow. All right, Josh.
We talked a lot about this at work today, with all the lottery tickets that we sold here. I'm pretty sure that I would just, I would go by Eric Clapton's Island and no one would ever see me again. Like, if there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, I would just kind of vanish from the face of the earth and just live a good life.
And that's it. I'm gone. I'm going to be similar to Chad Lee. I'm going to play a lot of golf. You know what I would do, and this is the truth. Guarantee you we would have the nicest Little League baseball field next year. We make Williamsport League. We're going to have a retractable dome at the Little League field. There'll be no more rain out. That's it.
Man, I'll get you a rain out. Glass top. I can get you a rain out.
Yes. That's right. It'll be fantastic. A lot of golf and a lot of, I think I would put a certain amount aside, and that would be my charitable, whatever interest come off of that. That's what I'm going to give away each year to charities and whoever, that sort of stuff. And then I've always said I would take probably my 7 closest buddies on that and put some money aside and then and pay them each about $500 to $1 million a year off that interest to be my golfing buddy. That's what, you quit work and you play golf that's what you do for a living. You play golf with Russ Hooker. And I'll guarantee you I'm going to win every bet. I'm going to have a lot of gimmicks. Just pick it up.
You're on the tee. Pick it up. Pick it up. Nice hole in one.
I guarantee you the first time I say, "Is that good?" They say, "No." Well, you're out. Go watch the grip. Is this good? Yeah. Pick it up. I got second place. Every time I played with Russ Hooker, he shot an 18, and I got second place. All right. Wouldn't it be nice? Eventually somebody's going to win this. Might as well be us.
I hope it's someone.
That'd be great. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for us on the Pitchfork Show tonight. We did get a text. Andrew Crazy wanted me to tell you guys not to forget him if you happen to win it. So
we'll buy him a bottle of wine.
How about there you go? I'll say he can be my caddy. Maybe I can.
I bet Ed can read greens just about as good as Darren Carson.
I bet he can read them just as well as me. I'll guarantee.
Oh, better than you.
I wonder if Ed would retire for a couple $100,000 a year and just be my caddy, go around and. I bet he'd consider it anyway.
He might think about it.
225. I'll get a text for 225. I'm your guy. Guys, that's going to do it. Thanks for tuning in on the Pitchfork Show. Until next time, for Chad Lee Kessler, Josh Rice, and everybody, I'm Russ W. Yoker saying so long.